Hey Soul Fire Rising community, welcome to the very first Sunday Soul Session. On these episodes, I'll be sharing with you little tidbits that came up for me during my week. And in sharing them with you, I hope they help you in living your life with more truth, more authenticity, and more soul fire. So this past week, I had a really strong sense of self come up. And what I mean by that is having this urge, this energetic awareness, this curiosity to keep calling myself back home, to keep calling myself back to myself as my thoughts would wander. So for me, how this came up for my week was I was constantly thinking about the future or thinking about the past or thinking about, oh, I wonder, what they're up to. I wonder if they're doing well. And every single time I found my mind drifting in that way, I would just simply take a moment, take a breath, focus on the exhale, and allow myself to come back to my body and say, okay, they're supported, they've got this, they're gonna get better, they're gonna get well. What do I need to do for my life right now? It's one thing to intentionally and consciously pray for somebody and then set it aside and know that the ineffable, the God above, the universe, their angels, guides, teachers, loved ones, all of these things, their doctors, are looking out for them. But it's another thing to have you be mentally there with them instead of living your own life. And it would even be better if you physically went and sat by their bed and helped them get better. That's actually you being present to what you're doing. But like I said, when the energy is split, now you're living in two places at once. And one of your areas is really not getting the full attention. And if it's not getting that full attention, is it really getting all of you? So I encourage anytime your thoughts are drifting, or you find yourself thinking about somebody else, something else, or maybe even worried about how someone's feeling. Like you see them, they're in the room, and you're like, oh, I wonder if they're doing okay. Ground down in yourself and know that they are an adult or they are experiencing their experience. Let them have their experience. Call yourself back to your experience. And if it's something that you can take action on, by all means, acting into it. I would recommend not just thinking and being mentally imaging everything else around you instead of being in your present moment. So for me, I've noticed that this has made me feel so much more grounded and so much more centered in my life. Every single time I call myself back to my center, I have more energy. I have more dedication, I have more drive to pursue my dreams and my desires, and to help my family and help my friends, and to help my body. It's really important that we're consistently aware of how we are bringing ourselves into the world. And the more present we can be, the more energy we can provide to whatever is in front of us. And that's really living. Presence is living. That's where you can have the biggest impact. That's where you can access your soul fire. So I invite you to play with that this week as you are in and out of your life, and as you're playing, and constantly we're going to have to remind ourselves this is a practice of coming back to your center. Okay, what am I doing right now? Can I be in my body? Can I trust that they are supported? Can I trust that that situation is supported? And if I need to take action in either of those situations, can I trust that when I come home to myself, instead of mentally rehearsing and being somewhere else, can I trust that if I'm present to this moment with my actions and with my body, can I trust that I'll make the right decision to help those outside situations? But it comes from being at home. It comes from being with yourself first. So let me know how that lands with you. You can comment in the chat below. I'd love to hear how this helped you or maybe how it didn't. Thank you so much for tuning in for the very first Sunday Soul Session. Hope to see you next time.